So if you're watching this video, you're probably trying to figure out how to increase the value of your home. As a real estate agent, I always say to people, I don't like people to over renovate their home when trying to put it on the market, because I want to make sure that you get a return on what you're doing, because that's the whole reason you're renovating your home, to sell, unless you're looking to stay there and just renovate for yourself. So there's a couple major and also some minor things that do affect the value of your home. So we're gonna break it down in this video. So the two biggest things that you can do to truly add value to your home is adding a bedroom or adding a bathroom. Now, I know adding a bathroom is probably way less intimidating than adding a bedroom, but it really does depend on your actual home and your layout, because there's probably a lot more possibilities than you think sometimes. Now, the other way is just, can you actually add in any square footage as a whole? So actually building. Those are gonna be the top 3 ways, I would say, to add the most value to a home. So I do wanna make it very clear with bedrooms. Now, if you have a 1-bedroom home, a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom are big price differences. A 2-bedroom and a 3-bedroom are big price differences. Now, there's a big difference between a 1-bedroom home and a 2-bedroom home, price-wise. There's a big difference between a 2-bedroom home and a 3-bedroom home. Now, there's somewhat of a difference between a 3-bedroom home and a 4-bedroom home. There's hardly any difference between a 4-bedroom home and a 5-bedroom home. So think about, how many bedrooms do you have? And will it actually be valuable to add another bedroom? So you have to think about why people typically want bedrooms. Do they want it for children? Do they want it for another relative to be able to live with them? Do they want it for office space? That is why, if you typically look at the 4 or 5 bedroom, like that range, you can see why having 5 bedrooms isn't really as necessary as having 3 or 4, depending on the family or what they're looking to use the space for. So those are all just things to think about, because adding a bedroom typically adds value, but it doesn't always add as much value as you think. So think about your specific scenario. Now, adding a bathroom is pretty much always useful. I would say maybe if you get into the ridiculous amount of bathroom range, like if you're talking about like 5, 6 bathrooms, I know that's ridiculous for most people watching this video, but that's like the only way I would think that probably doesn't add as much value. But if you're talking about the difference between 2 or 3 bathrooms, the difference between 1 and 2 bathrooms is pretty significant for anybody who's lived in a 1-bathroom home versus a 2-bathroom home. You know how much more convenient the 2-bathroom is. So when you think about it, it's kind of like obvious things, I would say. Now, all of these things that I've talked about will also increase the value from an appraisal standpoint. Now, when you're looking to purchase a home, why do you care about the appraisal standpoint? Because really it's only about what the buyers are willing to pay. Yes and no, because if that buyer is purchasing with a mortgage, you do need to kind of pay attention to what your appraisal value will be, because it has to be appraised when they get their mortgage. Versus if they're purchasing it cash, then you really honestly don't care about what it appraises for, because it's a cash purchase. So what are some other things that you can do besides adding bedrooms, bathrooms, and square footage? You can remodel the kitchen. You can remodel the bathrooms. Both of those things are probably the most common things, and they will affect value. So it's more like face value. So you're kind of going off of what buyers in the market think the value of that is, and also what an appraiser might think the value of that is. Now, if something is completely outdated, say like 1950s outdated, versus something that is in modern times today, renovations, there's gonna be a big difference with that. But at the same time, you have to think about, what is the cost of me doing that renovation? And am I going to get my money back for how much it's gonna cost me in labor and materials? Because there are some people that just so over renovate the kitchen and bathroom and spend so much on labor and materials, and then even though the value of their home has gone up, it hasn't gone up enough to get that money back on that renovation. And that's always my biggest fear, is I don't want people to over renovate. Remember, if you're watching this video, you're probably renovating to sell your home. So it doesn't have to be completely up to the crazy standards that you might have for renovating it for yourself to live in there for the next 20 years. So you have to think about it from an ROI perspective. What is the return you're gonna get on this investment of this renovation? So one thing that I actually believe gets more money for people in their home is, I believe staging a home will always get you more money than having an unstaged home. Now, this is especially true for homes that do not have furniture. So the home is vacant when you're showing the home and putting it on the property. Then having a staging is 100% going to get you more money than not having staging, not having any furniture in there. Now, even for people who maybe are currently living there or have furniture in the property, if the furniture is outdated, worn, it doesn't kind of come across the best, still staging that home will still give you more money in your pocket at the end of the day. It's just a matter of fact. There has been countless amounts of studies showing that you're gonna get more money when you stage a home versus not staging a home. It's just how it is, because buyers cannot imagine things. So when you're able to show a property off in the best light possible, buyers then are like, oh wow, this is how I can use this space. This is how it can look. Sometimes buyers even ask, can I buy the staging furniture because they love it so much? So I want you to think about it in that perspective, because yes, you might think about, oh, I don't want to pay the cost for staging. But at the same time, is it going to put more money in your pocket? Then it's not a cost. Then it's just you fronting a cost to then make more money later. So that's kind of the way I would advise you to look at it. So I'm also going to make a separate video kind of explaining more inexpensive or like staging hacks that you can do that are not as expensive but have a big impact. So look out for that video, because I do have it somewhere in the calendar that I'm going to be filming it soon, but I have not filmed it yet. So if you guys have any questions, or if you have any experiences with remodeling your home or selling a home that you remodeled or something like that, I would love for you guys to share it in the comments, because I really think that sharing your experiences are going to help other people as well when they're coming across the comments. So as always, I really love hearing from you guys.